Once upon a time, on the distant island of Nukufetau, a mythical figure named Tauasa lived. He was an irregular man, but a demigod, half human, half divine, known for his great strength and speed. Tauasa was particularly fond of hunting. He was swift like the wind and yet silent like a shadow. He would often hunt for a variety of birds and animals to feed his people. One day while he was out hunting in the dense bush, he heard unfamiliar noises. Intrigued, he followed the sounds, carefully stepping on the soft, wet ground. As he got closer, he saw a glow coming from a fire, casting long shadows on the bushes. He hid behind a large tree and quietly observed the scene. Tauasa discovered a group of female fairies, their wings shimmering in the firelight. They were huddled around the fire, making something with their hands. Their laughter filled the warm tropical night. He saw them weaving beautiful garlands with their hands. The garlands were woven using exotic flowers and leaves, the likes of which Tauasa had never seen before. The demigod's curiosity was piqued. He decided to get a closer look at these garlands. He quietly extended his arm and placed his traditional bird-catching net near the fairies' basket. The fairies had woven their basket from coconut leaves. They were using them to store the completed garlands. The night was dark and the fairies were so engrossed in their work that they didn't notice Tauasa's net. As one fairy finished weaving her garland, she turned to the basket. Without realizing, she placed her garland inside Tauasa's net. Then she continued weaving another one. The moment she turned away, Tauasa silently pulled his net back. He carefully held the net and the garland within it. Then, as quietly as he had come, he turned and slipped away from the fairy's sight. Suddenly, their merry laughter was interrupted by a rustling noise. The fairies turned around just in time to see Tauasa dashing away with one of their garlands. Their faces turned from shock to anger. They quickly rose, their wings fluttering in the night, and began to chase after the demigod, determined to retrieve their stolen garland. The fairies gave chase, but Tauasa was too fast for them. His godly strength and speed allowed him to rush through the dense forest, leaving the fairies far behind. Tauasa reached the shore and without hesitation, he continued running on the sea. He could run on water, a power blessed only to the god-like beings. He crossed the sea and reached his island, where his people lived. His heart was pounding, but he was pleased. He knew he had done something remarkable. Tauasa presented the stolen garland to his people. Their eyes widened as they observed the intricate craftsmanship and unique flowers. They had never seen anything like that. The people of the island marveled at the garland. It was not just beautiful, but it also bore a divine touch, a touch of the fairies. From that day forth, Tauasa and his people began to imitate the fairies' craft. They began to weave garlands just like the fairies. Tauasa's bold act of thievery was not in vain. His people had not just learned a new craft, but they had also found a new symbol of their culture and identity. The garlands came to symbolize peace and unity among the islanders. They started exchanging these garlands as a token of friendship and respect. It became an integral part of their life. Every time Tauasa and his people saw these garlands, they were reminded of the fairies and their magical craft. The stolen garland went down in history as the first of their kind. To this day, the people of Nukufetau continue to weave beautiful garlands. They continue to pass this legacy to their future generation, keeping the memory of Tauasa and the fairies alive. The story of Tauasa's bravery and quick thinking still echoes among the islands. It is a tale of curiosity, courage, and the birth of a beautiful tradition. The legend of Tauasa and the garland of the fairies continues to be a timeless tale. A tale that has taught the people of Nukufetau about the value of art and culture and the power of curiosity.
te tafa tafa e mawai te fo nisi filifo nisi saka saka tino anganga sa puli sa ngau to ilonga ko sa lau i whenua